Scoop is coming out Saturday,
Yes,
and it's going to be an interesting one because it's a variety show.
absolutely. I'm really excited about this. The Scoop is our new show. It airs, debuts this Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern, on YouTube and on Spotify and Apple. So you'll be able to check it out at all those places that you check out your favorite podcasts. Our host, Kingsley Scott, brings amazing energy to this show, and really excited about this because the first several are all deep dive conversations with authors, people who've written books about military transitions or topics that could impact the transition space. So just this is going to be a lot of fun, and I really hope people make the time this Saturday to tune in and check it out.
And I think the key thing is, what can the Scoop interview? A bunch of different things.
Yeah, so the Scoop provides us an opportunity to expand a little bit outside of the typical transition stuff. So our focus is still military transition. That's what we're about. That's what we want to stay about. But we can start to get into topics that maybe don't fit the typical transition or are transition adjacent, things like that. So we got one interview coming up with the author of us psychedelics for veterans, I think is the name of the book. It's something like that. But it gets into psychedelics and the different things about it. So it's a very interesting topic. So things like that, and some books specifically written on transition. We got some organizations coming out that are doing some great things for our community. We also are looking at some panel discussions that we can have. So you can actually hear some discussions and hear some, pro and con arguments about certain topics that impact us as veterans and in the veteran community.
And that's key because ultimately you're able to give things that don't fit the other shows, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it provides us a new outlet. And, with Kingsley coming on board, he's bringing all that huge energy that he has. Man, if you don't know Kingsley, you're going to love him. I mean, this dude has so much energy and he just cares about the veterans in the veteran space. So very excited for what he's bringing to the table. And with each interview that we've already recorded a couple, each one he's gotten better and better. And man, it just comes out. You can tell how much he loves doing what he's doing.
And it's not so the transition space was pretty much where you were pigeonholed at times for certain shows.
Yes and no. So we tried very hard to stay on brand, which was the transition. We've expanded the let's say the definition a little bit to include the various transitions we go through as veterans and in the veteran community. So we've had organizations on like Veterans Last Patrol that does ceremonies for veterans in hospice. So your last transition or your final transition, if you will. So we've looked at other things that affect because we're always going through different transitions with jobs and life events and things like that. So trying to find those services that help the veteran community in that aspect. And so we've expanded and broadened a little bit over the last couple of years. And of course, we brought on the education show and the entrepreneur show. And now the Scoop provides us an even further reach to where we can get into some topics that, maybe just don't fit the other three, but are still a very valuable discussion and topic for our community.
And basically, a podcast network's coming if you keep getting more shows.
Yeah, as one of our guests referred to the empire that we're building. Well, we do have two more shows in the works for a total of six. I think that's where we're stopping. But I've been blessed to have, six, seven, eight people come on board that really want to be a part of this and really care about the community and really have a lot of passion for what they're doing. So it's going to be really exciting. And, we want to be value added. We want to continue to educate and we want to be able to help our community just continue to grow and get better and find those opportunities that work for them.
All right, best place.
VetSOSpodcast.com.
All right. Thanks again, Sean. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Neil.